Hi everyone, welcome to Disability Bites with Ekansh. I'm Leha Devakar and today I'll be speaking to Samir Latte. Hi Samir, how are you?
Fine, very fine, and good to be on Ekant's Trust.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
Basically, I'm a Mumbaikar, born and brought up in Mumbai. By education, I'm a chartered accountant and currently working with a private company, Reliance Industries Limited in Navi Mumbai. As far as disability is concerned, I was born blind in one eye and lost all eyesight in the second eye in the year 2000 due to retina detachment. Since then, I am completely blind.
Can you tell us about some day to day challenges that you face, especially with inclusivity, still something people are understanding?
There are two types of challenges. One is because of infrastructure, and second is because of people's unwillingness or lack of knowledge about inclusivity. Like, as you may have seen, walking on the Mumbai roads itself is a nightmare because of the lack of footpaths and the unevenness of the road. So just getting from my building to the bus stop
Right.
requires a lot of luck because the road itself is very uneven. So that is what I mean about infrastructural issues.
Right.
And but there is a positive sign also, like in Reliance, I have to get down at the main gate, and my office is in a building about 20 minutes walk away. So the company has provided me with a golf cart. The driver is there at the gate to pick me up and take me to my office building. So this is an example where if people are willing, they can provide the assistive infrastructure needed to help people with disabilities. And about software, some softwares are quite
Right.
accessible, for example, like Microsoft Word, but some others, like Tally, for example, are not exactly accessible. Much more needs to be done there.
So, how do you manage when the software, is inaccessible to you? How do you manage at work?
Regarding Tally, I have worked out a way where I can use the JAWS cursor to navigate through it. And that is not really a way to
Okay.
use the software, but more of a workaround that I have developed to get my work done. Now, because I've been doing it for several years now, I
Right.
can do at par with my sighted colleagues. But initially, it was a big struggle. And for new people, it will still be a struggle because the new versions of Tally are even more inaccessible as compared to the old ones. For that, we have spoken to Tally people also, but they have pushed the ball into the court of JAWS, saying that JAWS should make it accessible. Regarding other softwares, basically, I haven't come across many apart from Tally. There are a few, but in most of them, using the JAWS cursor or just memorizing the keystrokes does help. But again, a lot more could be done to make them really accessible.
So, Samir, the Constitution guarantees us some rights and duties. Can you tell us what challenges still exist in that aspect?
See, amongst the various rights that the Constitution gives, two are very important. That is the right to equality and the right to educational opportunities. Both of these, in my opinion, are severely limited for the disabled. Now, when I'm speaking on behalf of the blind, because that is the disability which I have, and it may be different for people for other disabilities. So I'm not making a comment on general disabilities, just speaking from the perspective of a blind person. Regarding educational opportunities, there are many courses which even today are thought of as not for the blind. In fact, certain courses like say teaching or music are considered blind friendly, that a blind person can do this. But courses like commerce, or even chartered accountancy, people try to discourage the blind from joining them, saying that these courses are not meant for the blind or a blind person cannot do that. So there is still a problem in educational opportunities
Right.
as well as a problem of infrastructure, because when it comes to the educational materials, most of it is still not in an accessible format. It is either in a hard copy format or in PDF files, which are pictures, which are just scanned images. And regarding equality, the right to equality includes the right of transport, the right to move around and participate in general life. But because of the problems of transport, that is bad roads, etc., that right is severely limited for a person with disability.
That makes a lot of sense. Most often people with disabilities can do everything that everybody else does. We may just require, a different method, and that requires a little time to understand. So people should put in that little bit effort to, think of innovative ideas. So can you tell us how can we bring about some change regarding this?
The main see the basic way to bring about change will be to increase the awareness in society, because I know many people say that there should be certain places reserved for the blind or for other disabilities, but in a way that just cuts us off from the society. That does not make society aware of what we can do. It just puts us in a separate corner, a sort of apartheid. So basically, what we need is to increase the awareness amongst the society and to increase the visibility of the disabled. Because it is a fact that if we were not disabled, how many disabled would we have encountered in our daily life? A position of doing a good job or moving around on their own, hardly any, if at all. Because people need positive role models to look up to. So, if they can be made aware that disabled people do such things, there are people doing such things, then that gives confidence to them. It increases their awareness. So, basically, you need social
Right.
awareness and you need positive role models.
That's a very beautiful thing to say. We do need role models, and we do need to be exposed, to more new ideas, newer ideas, and definitely we can bring about change. Before we sign off, do you have one message for our audience?
For the audience, now I'm assuming that this program will be viewed by a cross section of society, that is, general, disabled as well as non disabled people. So to them, what I would like to say is that treat the disabled as an individual, as a human being, and just give him empathy and not sympathy. By empathy, I mean he just needs support and assistance on his terms. Sympathy means that you give him what you want. So just give him empathy instead of sympathy.
Thank you so much, Samir, for joining us. It was so good to have you, and I'm sure not just me, but everyone who are watching this would definitely learn a lot from this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.